Alright, y'all. Good afternoon, or whatever time it is, wherever you're watching from. So, this is the end of the Stormblood Dark Knight job quests. We're going to start on. This one's called Our Compromise. Did some leveling and made 70 on the Dark Knight last night. So, just gonna go ahead and finish this out. You knew from the first that there was only one way this could end. Okay, we're ad-libbing a little bit here. My son just got back and he wants to show everybody the motorcycle helmet that he's currently wearing. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, just hold on. Here we go. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so by the way, so Michael, what kind of motorcycle do you have?
I don't have one.
Oh, okay. So you have a motorcycle helmet and you're wearing it, but you don't have a motorcycle.
No, but your cousin does.
Yeah. So funny story that
He has a motorcycle and what's it called?
I don't know. You saw all that stuff. I didn't.
It was like the.
Yeah, it was cool. Four wheeler and motorcycles and stuff, but they gave you the old motorcycle helmets. You and Steven each got one, right? But alas, no motorcycles.
I'm gonna get one.
You're gonna. Oh well, we'll see. Mom might allow that when you're 40.
I don't care if Mama allows it.
Ooh, oh, we getting saucy. We'll see about that.
When I grow up, I can.
But will the motorcycle helmet fit when you're grown up?
No, I'll give it to my son. Say, my dad's cousin, like 11, and maybe you.
Yeah. Alright, well, that's the end of that section. So we're going to go back to our regularly scheduled program and get back to the Dark Knight job quests now. Gosh darn it, Miss Day. We're going to have to track him down and make him return the remainder of the ether he stole from you, aren't we? He said that when this was finished, naught would remain of him. Bloody, vague, and ominous, to say the least. We'll just have to press him for answers when we find him. You last saw him at Ralger's Reach in Garabania, yes? We'll start there. I'm going too, and I won't take no for an answer. Sid's gotten better, but he's a long way from fully recovered. Besides, you'll need someone else to help you do the talking. Sid's no good at it. Alright.
Those ones say that you're gonna be able to earn something from it, right?
Yeah, those quests are for unlocking a feature
Like
or
a mount?
or or a dungeon or something like that.
You. No, stop running. Oh. No. There.
Looking for a young boy with long blue hair, you say? Reckon I would remember someone like that if they were to come this way, and I don't. Spoke with the fellow before me during the changing of the guard, as we do, and he made no mention of anyone matching that description either.
Not a car.
Yes, it can fly, but not here in the city.
What's your mount? You said it was that feet.
This one?
I thought you.
What's that? You're looking for that boy too, are you? I was watching some birds late the other night when I hear someone skulking about behind me. Forgive me, I hear him saying, before he runs off and disappears into the dark. Then I realize it's quiet. Too quiet, Sleeping birds make noise and mine ain't, 'cause they're dead, every last one of them. No wounds or any other obvious marks, but there they lay, like the life was sucked right out of them. I don't know how or why he did it, but there's no denying that he did. I demand recompense. If you find him, you bring him to me. That's weird.
So, the motorcycle's your favorite mount now? Last time I said that you.
I might not have had this mount before that, but I like this one. 'Cause it's from an old game that I really like. Final Fantasy VII. Ah, yes. I remember the long-haired boy, very curious, with many questions about the nature of ether. He conversed with one of the adder conjurers for a time. I know not what they discussed, but from his expression I gathered it was important. Yep.
Is the motorcycle like the. Does it
Where it doesn't what?
like a flying? Like. Like.
No, it just flies. It doesn't shoot anything. It's not like Hagrid's motorcycle. Our inspector returns. Tell us, have you learned aught of Miss Day's whereabouts? Seen conversing with a conjurer and possibly killing chocobos? Not sure what to make of that, though we can be sure he stayed here for a time. But perhaps no longer. We learned but moments ago from Gillo here that a boy matching Miss Day's description was seen leaving the Reach. He is for the peaks, and so are we. Yep. Here we can fly. No visible injuries, no bleeding. Aye, it is as Riel says. These beasts died for no discernible reason, just like the chocobos that man in the Reach claims Miss Day somehow killed. But it doesn't add up. Other than his singular magic, Miss Day was utterly helpless. Unless... was he always capable of this? But we know the answer already. He stole your ether when we first met. Even if he could do it, even if he did do it, why? We'll ask him when we find him, and this time you'll let me do the talking. Search the east. Riel and I will head south. We'll meet in between if we find naught, and if we do. Either you will come to our aid, or we to yours. As you survey your surroundings, you observe naught out of the ordinary. But on the edge of hearing, you hear a whisper to the southwest. It's okay, you can talk to me. Nobody's watching. Oh, well, like one person is. Yeah, anyway. So here we go. Commence battle for our compromise. Let's do it. Seven hells, I hate being right. On your guard. Miss Day has shown his true colors. The ether or whatever else he took from those beasts has given him tremendous strength. Contrary to his earlier warnings, conjuring another simulacrum wasn't the end of him. And of all the wonderful people he had to pluck from our memories, he chose Istra de Calignon. He knows why we're here, and this is his answer. He summoned the monster that haunts Riel in her dreams and sends her screaming from her bed. Forgive me, Cid, but you gave me no choice. There is always a choice. No, there isn't. Not really. Can you even remember why you came here? Can you even remember how many you killed? How many lives shattered? How many stories ended? Upon the surface of the crystal are carved the sins of dark nights past, and yours are beyond counting, beyond fathoming, without end. Justice is an excuse. Nobility is a lie. Murder is murder. And though we are most definitely not without fault, it is this cruel, indifferent world which has made murderers of us all. But we need suffer no longer. I sought to make these broken souls whole, one by one, when in truth the solution was much more simple. A world beyond pain and suffering and anguish and despair, a world beyond death. A world in which we never need bid farewell to our dearest friends. And how many beasts will you need to kill to make this world of yours? How much ether will you consume to see it through? Bloody self-righteous sophistry from a mewling whelp. So your brilliant plan is to fill the world with simulacra of the dead, is it? And somehow that's supposed to make everyone happy? Well, you're right about one thing, I'll grant you that. This world is brutal, uncaring, without logic or justice. No justice but that which we make for ourselves. And I'll be damned if I give it up so you can force your illusions upon us to assuage your guilt. Did you not find comfort in your reunion with your master? Even though you knew it was a lie, did it not help you to unburden your soul, to find a measure of peace in this madness? I am not your enemy, not then or now. I will not fight you. All I ask is that you leave me to do my duty. It's never too late to turn back. You are still a good person. You can still be a good person. So this is your answer. Maybe you cannot accept what needs to be done, but I can. Goodbye. The girl on the ground, it's her mother. Uh-huh. That's it? There's no way that's it. That's the girl whose mother that was. Oh wow, this is all the people that we fought. So many broken by this world, and then by you. So many. Woe betide the man who stands opposed to the weapon of light, for death will be his reward. Death for him and his kin and all that he holds dear. Woe betide the man who stands with the weapon of light, for death will be his reward. Death for him and his kin and all that he holds dear. Okay. Like sand through the hourglass. Everything we fight so desperately to protect slips through our fingers. And what remains is us. Only us. And the memory of our sin. To walk this path is to suffer, to sacrifice. Listen to my voice. Listen to our heartbeat. Justice demands no less. Serve, save, slave, slay. I've sins aplenty, aye, but regrets not so much. And if he wouldn't listen to me, the embodiment of good sense and pragmatism, then what hope could you possibly have? A house divided cannot stand, you know. This childish rebellion ends now. What in the seven hells is this? Fray. A compromise, I suppose. Our dear friend here refused to let me take the reins, but I wasn't about to stand idly by while that imbecile tries to do whatever it was he was trying to do. No hard feelings about White Brim, eh? Promise not to stab you in the back. It'll be just like old times. A dark knight needs a sword. Take mine. No. No, this is wrong. This is all wrong. I offer you peace, restitution, a chance to make amends. Do not think you are above it. Do not think that a reckoning will be postponed indefinitely. Oh, snap. When it comes, I shall welcome it with open arms. But today will not be the day, and you will not be the judge. We deal with the dross and the boy. A simple plan. On a throne of bone he waits. Dug deep for those magnificent bastards, didn't you? The chorus falls silent in the abyss. Yes! We did it. Reclaim the last of your ether. Make us whole. A reckoning will not be. Forgive me. Forgive me. I ask, I beg, I pray, but it never comes. Again they go to join the multitude in the black oblivion of the abyss. Such is our lot, such is the fate of all who are born, to suffer and to die. Do not seek forgiveness, for it will not ease the burden. It weighs as it should. But what of the lost? Do they not deserve to live again? They do, in our hearts and our souls and our memories. No one likes having to say goodbye, but it's a part of life. That's what makes the time we share together so precious. You can't obsess over the mistakes of the past, or you'll lose sight of the future, of the people still with us, who need us more than ever. The greatest strength is born of the flame in the abyss. Listen to my voice. Listen to our heartbeat. Listen. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. Thank you. That is all I ever wanted. So this is it. One last parting. One final farewell, after a fashion. In your darkest hour, in the blackest night, think of me and I will be with you. Always. For where else could I go? Who else could I love but you? That is an awesome sword. Sidurgu. Yep. Let's go back and turn it in. You'll forgive us for returning to Ishgard ahead of you. I hope I needed some time to think on everything that happened in Girabanya. I won't pretend to know everything you've been through in your life. A man can never truly understand what's in another's heart, and probably not their own for that matter. I'm pretty much rambling at this point, but I suppose what I'm trying to say is that I'm grateful for everything you've done for me and Riel. I like you, I respect you, and I'll always be here for you if you need me. We're fellow walkers of the path after all, and friends, I'd like to think. I've been wondering. Mistay appeared at the same time the soul crystal cracked, yes? But which happened first? And why then and there? Damned if I know. Does anyone truly understand how soul crystals work? What matters is that the crystal and Jimmy have been made whole. That said, a heart bleeds, a man weeps, a soul burns. Thence comes the darkness to consume. And few hearts have bled as much as his. Speaking of bleeding, I think your wounds have reopened. If you would sit, it would be much easier for me to tend to them. You should get some rest too, Jimmy. Not all wounds are so obvious. Out of the mouths of babes and sucklings. Praise Helone. She's right, though. No need to overdo it by running off to the next battle just yet. If you must put one foot in front of the other, though, why don't you go back to where this whole damn mess began? Maybe you'll have an epiphany. Return to where it all began. Which I think is upstairs and right outside here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it was downstairs. And right outside. Yeah. Maybe? What troubles you, Master Neutron? Ah, but of course. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. At times like these, one should be warming themselves by the fire. Not a day goes by without your name being spoken, you know. The soldiers and merchants often bring us news of your latest exploits. That said, to hear it from the hero himself would be much preferable. But there would be no expectation were you to call on us. The pleasure of your company alone would be more than enough. Rare though I expect it will be in the days to come. But your destiny was never to remain here, was it? Though a part of me wishes that you would. Forgive me. I find myself growing more and more sentimental in my old age. And in working on my memoirs, I have had to reflect on the darker chapters of my life. Or chiffon. lived his to the fullest. And if his story is preserved for generations to come, then I should be glad of it. You will always have a place here, Jimmy, for your family. Now go. Do not let me keep you from your labors. The world waits for none, not even you.
Um, oh yeah.
From the depths of the abyss, you hear a whisper and something.
Are filled with
Yeah, and are filled with light. This concludes the Dark Knight quest for Stormblood. Woohoo! Alright, you must have to have loved and lost. So that will be for another series. My dark side gauge has expanded. Cool. Alright, y'all. Well, that's the end of the Stormblood Dark Knight quests. Hopefully I'll pick this up another time to start doing the job quest for Shadowbringers. I just got level 70 so for Dark Knight, so I'm going to be working on leveling up anyway, and more I level up, the more chance I'll have to make these videos. So till next time, later.